I am back. It's your girl, Fat Black Barbie, and I'm here today to show you a video of me doing a gold glitter eye and a nude lip. Now, it's my signature glam anyway, but not with the glitter. And the way I'm about to do this is going to be so extra, extra. Read all about it. So I'm going to show you. I'm looking over here because this is where my face is at, and I can see me over here. But I'm about to show you how I do that. So this is a Snapchat filter that I used years ago, and I've been having this picture for years. And I said one day I'm gonna do the makeup to this so that y'all can see. I just want to see what I look like when I try to replicate the makeup. So, as you can see with the closed eye version, there's a gold glitter nude. There's some brown in the transition area. Of course, the brow was shorter, so I did my brows a little shorter today. I usually have them just a smidge longer than I usually do, but I was like, okay. And then also there's a nude lip. I love a nude lip. I'm always doing a nude lip. I've just been trying out different lips for YouTube, of course, just to kind of show you different things. And typically I do a nude lip or I'll dibble and dabble with a little red lip, but typically it's basically like a gold shimmery lid and a nude lip. So I'm going to show you how I do this. And this is going to be my first time using my palette that I bought a couple of weeks ago. This is the Ultra Secret Best Land pressed powder palette. This also has glitters inside, and these glitters are going to be used by moi. And this is my first time using it, and you can see how pretty it is. I think this one was $14, or either $9 or $14, and it's pretty pigmented. Um, I'm probably gonna dibble in this glitter. Well, no, I think I'm gonna dibble in this glitter right here because the look was like a bronzy gold. And then for shimmers, I don't know if this has a lot of shimmer. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. Wait, this is an orange glitter. So I may have to do both glitters. So the orange and the yellow. And then there are two shimmery colors. So this is a shimmer and this is a shimmer. So I'll probably dibble in both of those. But honestly, I think I'll just stick to this one because it's the closest one to the look. And then I'll just use those two glitters and mix them together. So we've got our work cut out for us. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the eye. But first, we gotta prep our face. So I tell y'all all the time when I do an eye that's colorful, like a cut crease or anything of the such, we're gonna prep our face first. I'm gonna go in with our e.l.f. Um, Power Grip Primer. This shit make my makeup last so long, and I don't have to set it. I have an oily ass T zone. It's crazy oily, so this is great. And then I have my Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. You can't even see the words on that thing. That light is drowning it out. I don't put that thing on. So let me take these glasses off. And good for me, I set all my stuff up over here in front of me so that I can see it a little better. I'm just going to just do a little bit on each lid. Come on. Okay, a little goes a long way. This is probably actually a little too much, but it's fine. So you just kind of spread it over your lid. And then I just pat it because you kind of want a semi thick coat of this. And then you pat it on to make sure that it's even. Because when you have like a slightly, not thick to the point where it's like a glob of it on, but like just spread it across. And you want to see that white ashy cast that it puts on your lid. And then you just pat it. Y'all probably couldn't even see that because my mirror was in the way. But you just pat it on until it looks like something. because I see it from the camera when I'm looking over here. This is why I see me. My lids look good and white, and as it dries, it's going to get whiter. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with that Elf primer that I mentioned, and I'm just going to put it on my face. You see, I'm just spreading it across like so, like that. And I just did a video where I showed y'all how I did my brows. So if you want to see that video, then you can go to my previous video that was posted right before this one, and you'll see how I do my brows. So now I'm just going to make sure that I'm patting it in on my face just to make sure that I am good to go. Just making sure I'm getting all the hairs out of my face. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, now that I've done that, I'm just going to test my eyes and they are dry. So that's great. I can get started. So first, I'm going to start with my transition colors. And let me go ahead and get my brushes so that I can get that going. So I'm going to start off with a transition brush. So something that's a little fluffy. You want to have something that's a little on the fluffy side. Let me look at this picture. Let me show y'all this picture. So as y'all can see, in the crease, I would say there's like a darker brown. There's a dark brown, and then there's a darker brown, and then they go into that shimmer. So let's go ahead and take a look at the palette. I am eyeing, kind of want to go warm with this. So I am eyeing, trying to get it in order, trying to hold it. This color right here and this color right here, this dark brown color. It don't look that dark on camera, but it's a very dark brown. I don't know why the camera makes everything look distorted. So I'm going to take this brush right here, and I'm going to go into that first brown, and I'm going to hit my transition area with that. Now, I've never used this palette before, but we're going to see how pigmented this is. And I had some hauls last month, and I really showed y'all a lot of eyeshadow palettes last month that I bought that were new. So if you want to know where I got it from and all of that and more details on it, I discuss those things in that haul. So I feel like this has some pigment and it's doing something. I don't know if it's cuz my skin color is darker, so it's not gonna, show as much on me. Okay, I just had to get a little more on it. So I would say so far it's not the most pigmented eyeshadow palette. And honestly, it is kind of up for possibly getting given away to somebody because I don't really know. I don't really know about it so far. Because this on any other eyeshadow I've had would show up immediately. I would get that color payoff immediately. And you can see I had to dip into that like 3 times to get this. So, and this is like a kind of like a reddish brown. So I had to really swirl it in there that first time. So we're gonna really swirl it in there again. Okay, so now that we've got that done, make sure the video is recording. I'm gonna go in with my pointed crease brush and I'm going to go into that dark brown color I was discussing with you guys. Make sure I swirl it just a little bit. Ooh, yeah, no. I don't know if y'all are seeing it, but I'm not seeing it for this. I'm not seeing any kind of color payoff. I mean, I'm seeing something, but I'm not seeing it. You know, no Pennywise. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, am I tripping? Maybe it's the light. Let me change my lighting because maybe that could be what it is. Hold on, let me try to see what that will do. So let's dim it down a little bit, and then let's see. Will a warmer light and it's more dim? Will that do the trick for me? Like, will that make it better? Like, I'm seeing something, but it doesn't look like much to me. Like, I'm used to an eyeshadow palette where the colors pop severely, and this shit is not popping at all. So, um, when you run into a situation like what I'm running into right now, and I'm not going to be wasting a lot of product by trying to pile it on my lid, well, into my crease. I'm going to put it on there and I'm going to try to get as much color payoff as I can from the applications that I'm doing. However, what I'm going to do, like, I don't know is if I'm tripping or if I just really do not see anything for this shit at all. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of that black. I'm just gonna dab around in that just a smidge, and I'm just gonna spread it across. Yeah, that did what I needed. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my other brush that I used. Is this the right one? This ain't the one I was just using. I don't think. Am I tripping? Hold on. I knew someone right. I'm like I don't remember using that. And I'm just gonna go in and now I will blend to make sure that it is not like you could just look and see that I put black right there. It needs to look like it's brown. So that's just a little something I do when I feel like a brown is not working. I tap into that black a little bit, and I'm just working with this palette. I haven't touched any of my other palettes yet. It's a pretty palette. It looks really nice. It looks really nice. I think this one was $9 if I'm not mistaken. So if you like it and you think the color payoff is okay, if you like to do subtleness with colors, then this might be for you, but it's not for me. I don't like subtle anything. Like y'all saw the look I picked, it was glam, straight up glam. So this is a no. Not for me. I'm a dramatic girly. When I feel like looking like something, especially because pictures will be involved, I need to look like something. I need to look like I put makeup on. Me personally, I don't like the I don't look like I have any makeup on type of look when I'm trying to get glitzed up. I have makeup on for a reason. If I don't look like a whole new species, I don't want it. Yeah, it's just not doing its job. But anyway, so I did what I could with this. I'm gonna go in with um, that shimmery color that we looked at earlier, and I'm just gonna go on my lid with that. This too is not doing anything for me. Hold on, hold on. Let me spray this a little bit. I haven't even dipped into the glitter yet. This is just the eyeshadow. I could have sworn this was a little more pigmented when I was like doing the hauls. I was swatching, but whatever. Maybe it's just pigmented enough for hauls, and that's it. I don't know. Let's get a little more of that. And that's why I'm like, I don't know if I'm tripping or if this really is just not doing much. Like I could be tripping. I don't know. I just don't see it. Again, my other palettes, they have a lot more pigment because I feel like this is like sheer. So like do I supposed to go in with the matte color first and then do this? I don't know. Like 'cause they have matte colors and they have shimmers. But I'm just gonna keep continuing to try to pile it on as much as I can. Cause this low key just looks like a little bit of it's kind of glittery. Like I don't know if I'm tripping or what. Can y'all see that? It just looked like glitter. So maybe I don't need to use the actual glitter that they have in there because the actual eyeshadow itself just looks like pressed glitter. And in order for me to get the color payoff that I'm getting now, I sprayed a little setting spray on my brush because this is a dual ended brush. This is like a more pressed part, and this is so I sprayed some setting spray on the brush to kind of get it to stick a little more. But even still, I'm still seeing lid. It's like sheer, but just a bunch of little glitter. So maybe I would say this is good if you like a subtle color payoff and a glitter look. Hold on, my titties moving my dress around. My titties are huge. And y'all probably like, girl, what? Ain't nobody asking about your titties. Well, girl, if you see this going in different directions or looking like it's like pulling, my breasts are really huge and they're pulling down on my dress. Anyway, sorry. That's TMI, but y'all need to know the type of person that you're subscribing to and whose videos you're watching because I feel like some of y'all be watching people and y'all don't know that they have huge tits because they only show from here up. And I've been showing from here up because y'all, the face is what I'm showing you, and whatever items I'm just raising it up. Because if y'all see down here, girl, you'll be like, girl, when do your titties end? I don't give a damn. They never end. They're ever growing. They're ever hanging. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna take some. So this is like little glitter because I just brushed this on to another one, another shimmer, and it nothing came up on that. So the shimmers are like extremely fine glitter. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just For my inner corners, my tear duct, let me just pat this on here just to give it a little extra something. Because this is a lighter color glitter. For my tear ducts, I'm just going to use my highlighter. I always use my highlighter for my tear ducts anyway, so it doesn't matter. So, yeah, now we got some bright glitter eyes. Well, if you want a glitter, just spray a little setting spray on your brush and then you dip into this palette. I don't really care for the matte colors. I don't really care for them. It is what it is. Um, and their black wasn't really pigmented because I dipped into that thing. And it really didn't give much. So I really don't know. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start on my eyeliner. I'm gonna use the Wet and Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Eye Liquid Liner. Uh, in Ultra Black, Ultra Noir. This here right here. If you see yellow stuff on my hands, it's because I was eating curry chicken and the turmeric turned the colors of my hand, and I didn't wash my hands and everything, and that shit still won't come off. So yeah, I'm not really sure at this point. I'm just going to wash my hands 50 more times today because turmeric stains, and that shit is irritating. Like if you've ever used any products on your face or body that have turmeric as an ingredient, you know what I mean. Because they have that kojic acid turmeric soap, and I have some, and I have acid turmeric healing pads. And when I tell you, it will help with discoloration, but it will turn you yellow. It'll have you looking like you got yellow undertones for 24 hours. Like, child, it is insane. And y'all know if you've watched my other videos, if this is your first time here, then you don't know, but you're figuring it out. I like thick eyeliner because as you can see, look at my eyes. You see how big my eyes are? Girl, if I do just a little something, it's not going to look like I have anything on. Now I'm doing too much. But it is what it is. Is this going to be the first time I've done liner and not had to go back in and clean it up? Where's the top to this thing? I don't want this to dry out. I have another wing liner, liquid liner, but it don't do like this shit right here did what it needed to do. That other liquid liner I have, I've used it on here a few times in my other videos, and I just had to clean that shit up because it was bad. It was terrible. It looked a mess. Um. Anyway, I feel like this one is higher up than this one, so yeah, I will have to clean it up to give it more to raise it up a little bit. Let me find my wipe real quick. I'm gonna clean up under my eyes, and I've had this product also has fallout. Ooh, that burned a little bit. It was too close to my eye. Also, I've said this in other videos that I did liquid liner. I do not clean up my liquid liner with concealer. Yeah, add a little more to the top of this. I don't clean it up with concealer because um it smears. So I just clean it up with alcohol wipes. Anyway, so now time for the face. What I like to do, I've already, as you saw in the beginning, I took some e.l.f. and I set my face. Well, not set, I primed my face. Step two is using Milani Make It Last matte finishing spray. They say it lasts up to 16 hours. I'm also going to spray my neck because I feel like when I blend down to my neck, it just does some weird stuff sometimes. I'm going to be using the Playing in Makeup by Yolanda Pimby Evanescence concealer. It's a matte concealer, and they give it to you with this. I have not used that. I didn't even know that was there for like the first month of me having that. I never knew that was there. And I'm just gonna take my finger and really rub it in there, and I'm just gonna color correct all my BS spots. Just tapping it in the places that I feel needed. And this is a cream product, and I'm oily, so I be careful a little bit with the mouth area. I'm not oily on my forehead though. Like typically all the other places other than my mouth that I need it, I'm not oily, so it's fine. I like to cover up my mole completely because nobody can see it once I put my makeup on. Like it's as if it was never there. And I find that when I use an actual color corrector, it tends to look like um that I try to cover something up, but y'all can still see it. So after I've rubbed that all over any spot that I wanted to cover up anything, I had some dark spots on my forehead that y'all were seeing until now. You can see it covered up pretty much everything. I am going to get some brushes real quick and so we can get the face going. Ha- okay, so I have a foundation brush. I have sponge, and I'm just going to go in with my foundation brush. Perhaps I should have sprayed this a little bit first. I don't know. We'll see. Trying to make sure we still recording, right? Yeah, we still recording. Okay, child, I be having a chat because you just never know. Okay, so now that that's blended ish, we just needed it to be spread around. I'm going to hold on. Let me make sure this is moved out of the way so I can see real good when I look over here. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna use my Maybelline New York. 30 Hour Wear Lumi Matte Foundation, three in the shade 350. And I'm going to do like 3 pumps of that on my hand. And if you didn't know, my body is lighter than my face and my neck. So yeah, just want to let you know that. So it might seem like stuff is light for me sometimes, but it literally matches me. It's just that I have so much uh sun damage to my face from when I used to be out in the sun when I was younger. It's just like a mess. Let me add a little more. Just enough for like my forehead and my neck. And it's like now that we've color corrected the forehead, we don't really need as much. I feel a hair on my daggum face, and that's gonna irritate me. And I'm trying to get it down to my neck. Now this is a very liquidy foundation. So you kind of want to make sure that when you're doing this, see, did that do something? Not really. You kind of want to make sure that when you're doing this, that you spray your brush a little bit. Okay. This is very liquidy. But as you can see, it spreads pretty well. Because there's some hairs right here from my wig. Hold on. I got wig hair on my daggum face. Anyway, I say that this has a decent amount of coverage, but I feel like the It Cosmetics CC cream has better coverage than this. Because I've done the CC cream without color correcting at all. And when I tell you you don't see anything, it's as if I didn't have anything wrong with my face. Like I had um no blemishes or anything whatsoever. Now I'm not gonna lie, this covers a little bit, but we did color correct before this was put on. So yeah, we'll see. Well, so I just went ahead and just continued to blend it out a little bit, and I had to take a look at it just to make sure everything was good. Now, one thing I can say is because this is very what's the word I want to use? Liquidy and thin. It does have decent coverage, but it's pretty liquidy, and if you want more color coverage, you would do another layer. Get in my beauty blender, and I'm gonna spray it twice, well, 3 times, I guess, with that Milani Make It Last. Because it's super thin, it does have like a skin-like finish. I can say that for sure. But it is matte, and it has like a cute amount of coverage to where I don't know that I would put it on without color correcting first, but I will color correct a little and then I will put it on. Like I would definitely, or if you just see me do, like you just see me do, I would add something and then I would put it on. What the hell is this, a hair? Probably from my brush. And this is just helping me press the product in to my face, as you can see. So again, we get that skin-like finish. Okay. And now I'm gonna go back in, if I can find my LA Girl Pro. Is it over here? Yes, over here. It's in the back. Okay. Just gonna get some of that good stuff. And I'm gonna start to highlight. Y'all have seen me highlight in my other videos where I kind of did more in detail. I might just do like a detailed highlighting contour video by itself. But as you can see, you just see that I am taking it kind of up on my nose a little bit because, I have more like a wider nose. And when I was thinner, I was never skinny, but I was smaller than this. And when I was thinner, my nose looked really big on me. But as I gained weight, it looked smaller. So that's the only thing that I'm scared of with losing weight is for my nose to look huge on me again. And today, since we're going all glam, like all the way glam, I'm gonna just use this everywhere, including my lower jaw. Okay. Whatever's left over, we're gonna bring it around town. Okay. Let me just finish a little more on this side. I want to take it lower today. Okay. So this is a full on doing the most highlight and contour look because this is a very glam look we're doing today. So I'm gonna shade this here. Okay. Take the beauty blender. And you see I'm just patting and blending everything. This is gonna piss me off. Damn wig. Girl, get out of the way. And I also gotta be careful because y'all almost forgot about this daggum liner. Got it on my lid and whatnot. Crap. But I can fix it. Okay. One thing I forgot to do is set my brow. Goodness. Try to make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm really trying to get in there up under that eye and get that together. Because I feel like I may have put a little too much product in there. But I mean, shit, it is what it is. I'm going to take the sharp part and try to soak that product back up. Now we can go in on the cheeks, the bottom jaw, I mean. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with my foundation brush again, the one that I used earlier, if I can find it. Where did I put it? Oh. And I like to just go over everything just to make sure that I am good. Because this shit is not easy. It's not. Like, you have to really learn what to do. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm going to use my Airspun setting powder. I like to flip it and shake it a little bit. And then I typically would just pour a little extra into the top, shake it around so that I can dip into there how I need to. And I'm just going to use a really large fluffy brush. If y'all see my other videos, y'all know I do this all the time. And I'm just going to go in and I'm going to set my whole face. I'm just going to set my neck area. And after that, I'm going to take this brush. And this is like, probably see this dust flying. I don't know if y'all see it or not, but I am making sure that it don't have no setting powder on it. It has a little bit from another time. But this is like a beauty blender shaped brush. It's got like a little point at the end. And I'm just gonna dip it into that and I'm gonna pack it with that setting powder. And I'm going to set it a little more heavily under my eyes. And I'm gonna bake. I'm gonna do the same thing with my lips, my chin, my forehead, and my nose. Okay. And so because I do like to carve out that lower jaw, but I don't want to do too much, I'm gonna take my Sasha Buttercup setting powder. And let me just make sure that other powder is off of this brush real quick. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of that and I'm gonna hit that lower jaw with that. And this helps me carve out the area so I know where I can highlight and contour at. Yeah. Okay, now that we've done that, then with those setting powders, I'm gonna go into my contour kit by Black Radiance. It is the True Complexion Contour Palette Medium to Dark. And I'm going to use this color right here. And I'm going to start contouring my face. I have a little broken powder brush somewhere over here. Geez, where is it? Here it is. I like to go in with it and just, because it's angled and it's kind of skinnier. And I like a hard body contour. Like, I don't like no little contour. Like, I really want to carve out and snatch my face because as you can see, I'm a big girl. I have a round face. So like with makeup, when you're a big girl, you gotta really contour, otherwise it may make your face look like a thumb. Yeah, I said it. Because you may just end up just looking like a blob, you know? So you really gotta contour and structure and define that face if you have a very round face. And I don't know why all this hair is coming forth in its ministry, but I needed to come to a halt real quick because I got something I'm trying to do. I need you to stop. I need you to stay. I need you to stay chill. I need you to chill out. Chill out, shawty. Dang. Okay. So now that I've carved out my forehead and my chin, I'm gonna carve out my jaw real quick. And what I carve out this right here. All right. And I'm going to take a powder brush. I like a rounded powder brush if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Okay. So this one, and I do have my face powder, which is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless. This wig is pissing me off highly. And it's got a little mirror. It comes with a little sponge. And then here is this. And mind you, I had this for a while before I even knew it came with that that mirror and sponge. Like, I don't know what it is with me not knowing stuff, but it's just irritating that I do that. So as you can see, I'll go in with my powder brush and I start to blend out my contour as I'm adding the powder to my face and neck. And so I just go in, blend all that out. And I'm just going to brush off the setting powder. I'm going to go in with my face powder. I was using the face powder from the Black Radiance, but I decided I want to start doing a little something different. So we'll see how I do with this face powder. And again, as I'm adding this on, you see that I am blending my contour so that it looks like a unit. It doesn't look like everything is separate. It looks like everything is together. And I'm just going to go in and pat that powder up under my eye. And then I'm just blending the powder to my contour. Do y'all know how tired my arm is right now? Oh my goodness. So now that we have gone ahead and added our powder to our face, now we can go in with our blush. I'm going to take my blush brush and I'm going to take my Palladio Baked Blush. It's like a hot pink. Just going to add some blush on. The girls have been going really heavy with blush lately, so I'm trying to see what that be like. Because they be going in with the blush. It does make me look warm and cutesy. I can say that for sure. Um, so yeah, I'll fuck with it. I'll fuck with it, I guess. All right. So now that we got our blush on, I'm gonna go ahead and contour my nose because I typically contour my nose later on because I have to get the setting powder off of it and I bake my nose. So I start up here and then I work my way down. Up here and I'll work my way down. And if I wanted to come in a little more, bring it in. Now, if you see my previous videos, you see that when I contour my nose, I do not contour here and here and leave a little line of highlight in the middle. No, that does not look realistic, and people can tell that you're leaving that little bitty ass line in the middle. Okay? Don't do that. Contour the sides of your nose, and if you want to bring it in a little, bring it in a little, but don't bring it in so much so to the point where you have just a line of demarcation for your nose and then everything else is contour, because that looks really dumb and it doesn't look realistic at all. So you don't want to do that. And I'm just taking it and I'm going on the sides of my nostrils because, again, I have a big nose. I have an Afrocentric nose, I have Afrocentric features. So sometimes when I want to bring my nose in, you start with your nostrils. You contour your nostrils, the size of your nostrils. So you see how much smaller my nostrils look? Because this will appear like a shadow. And you see just these two parts, and then you see this in the middle. So that's how am able to contour and get my nose to look significantly smaller than what it is. That's how you snatch that nose up real good. Okay? So as you can see, now my contour is a little harsh. Well, I want to do that because right after I go back in with that powder brush that I had, if I can find it, here it is. And I dip it, I tap it on my face powder twice. And I'll just go over my nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see how now my nose looks a little more blended. It doesn't look like I contoured so harshly because I use my face powder to blend out my nose contour. Let me go in and just blend this out just a little bit. Okay. Now we'll go in with our JCat Beauty highlight. I just got a new highlighter. I have been using the same highlighter for years, and I finally got this new one. It's the You Glow Girl line, JCat Beauty. The light is just so intense. And this is in Moonlight, the shade Moonlight. And it is gorgeous. You can't even see it how bright it is. I have to put it back by me. Because when I tell you JCat Beauty don't play, their highlighters go crazy. When I tell you that shit goes insane. So I just did like this. You can see the pigment. Just a little more. See the pigment on that thing. And I didn't even barely get that much on the brush. And you see how I'm able to highlight my nose, highlight my chin, highlight my forehead. And I like to add just a little bit up under here. And all I did, like, don't play with J Cat. Don't play with her. She's that girl. And now I want to go in on my tear duct area Add my highlight. I'm gonna go under my brow bone highlight. Mind you, I didn't even dip it back in there. I'm just still using the same dip from when I did this cheek. So it is insane how much you can get. And I notice people don't highlight their brow bone anymore. I like to highlight my brow bone. I want to be shiny and sparkly and sexy. So that's what me personally, that's what I do. That's what I do. So I can still be shiny and sparkly and sexy and all of the things. So now, is this close good? Still a little bit. I'm gonna go back in with my Milani Make It Last. I go crazy with this stuff. I'm telling you. And I'm just gonna spray my face so that I can be set. If y'all be wondering how my makeup be lasting, because I can get my makeup to last a good 6 hours, and I'm oily here real bad. I start to get oily around this area, and I get real oily here, and on my nose. Um, it's because of the products I'm using. Honestly, I used to have to when I would do my primer, I would have to put my primer on because I was using the other primer. It was a mattifying primer, but it wasn't keeping me matte. I would have to put it on and I would have to set it. I would set it on top of my chin. I would set it on like in the oily areas and I would let it sit while I do my brows. So if I was still doing my old routine, then when I got on here, I'm just putting the stuff back up. I would literally be coming on here and all this would be white. And y'all would be like, "What the hell? Is she a cokehead? What's going on?" But it's just because that's how I had to do my makeup to get it to last. But once I changed to that e.l.f. product and I've been using the Milani Make It Last, it has been just wonderful. And then I've been using a matte foundation as well. So I feel like that has really helped um the Milani and also the Urban Decay All Nighter. So I can definitely vouch and say that that is something that has helped me tremendously. I'm about to get some lashes going. Give me one moment. So I did my lash and I did a few corrective things to fix my eyeliner and whatever else I felt like was falling off. So before we start with the lashes, I want to go in and take care of the under eye because although I don't feel like messing with this palette anymore because of the lack of pigment, I still want to go ahead and get some stuff going to finish out the look. I just need to find the brush that I was using. The one that I used for the crease. Oh, that's all right. I'll just use this one. So I'm just gonna go in and mix two looks. So I'm gonna use that dark brown again. Where's my mirror? Here it is. You can see it's barely any pigment in that, which is just killing me. Because why this palette could have been a lot of things. It's a lot of things, but it ain't it. Can tell you that for sure. It barely look like I put anything under there. And then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna take a little bit of that black. And I'm just gonna go up under here. That's the best we could do right now. All right. I feel like if it was a different palette, it would have went a very different way. Um, would I use this palette again? Absolutely not. Um, I'm gonna take some of this glitter that I got. This is, oh, I can't even see the name. Look Av, called Look Av, and I'm just going to the liquid glitter. Just going to get it on my lid. If y'all be complaining that I'm looking over here, y'all better be glad I got this. Because child, at least I can see if y'all can see or not. Because that's how I look to make sure I don't have my mirror in the way. Because I'm very nearsighted and I don't know what shit looks like unless I'm all the way up here. Because my eyesight is terrible. Terrible. Let me just go in and fix this really quick. Okay. That's my little glitter eye. I have not done glitter on my eyes in a while, but I didn't have the liquid glitter. But I knew that if I do a liquid glitter, it'll be a lot easier for me with like glitter cut creases and such. Oh, get that off of there. I in no way claim to be a professional, by the way, so it's never going to be perfect, but it's going to give. It's going to give. Like it's giving now. Like if I go somewhere, they go like, "Oh my god, who did your makeup?" Me. Can you do my makeup? No, and can't. I used to do other people's makeup, but I just ain't with that no more. I don't want to do that anymore. And y'all are just seeing me put that mascara on. Almost got my eye. Okay. All right. So now while that's drying, I'm gonna work on the lash real quick. So I have other lashes that are like really big, but I wanted to do some big lashes, but I'm like, ah. But I'm gonna do them okay big. So we're gonna do these because I want something smaller than what I've been using. Because It's been times where I have used Gigantosaurus Rex lashes, and y'all be looking like, "Girl," I know y'all be like, "How does she rock that?" And they don't look extremely huge in pictures and when she's just sitting on camera. Honestly, a lot of the time when I am wearing lashes, my eyes are huge. Like, my eyes are really big. So, if you have larger eyes and you wear big lashes, it'll make them look smaller because your eyes are so big. So your eyes take up most of that space. If you have smaller eyes and you're wearing a really big lash, it might give giraffe like giraffe lashes because giraffe lashes are really long. So it's going to give giraffe because your eyes are just small and you're not seeing anything but lashes. But when you have big eyes, you kind of have to wear a larger lash to compensate. Because for me, when I wear a smaller lash, it looks like I don't even have lashes on because my eyes are so big. So, yeah, I'm going to dip in here again and I got to get a wipe soon. And I want to get this foundation off my hand really bad. So, yeah. And I'm just using Kiss. I went back to Kiss because I was using Duo, but I felt like it just was not sticking, and I just could not deal with that. It was the blue one. I was just like, "No, I'm good. I'm gonna go back to Kiss." It's okay that it tends to um, dry up and get a little thick after a while. That's cool. I can deal with that. But this other stuff, I can't deal with. Like the lash not sticking at all, and I gotta re-glue it all those times. I That's something that I'm just not gonna deal with. Especially I'm paying my money. No, no. So let me just make sure this other one has a really good amount of glue on there in all areas. Because even when I was using the other glue, even if I really piled the glue on, they still would not stick. And I was like, what the hell? But anyway, I'm just going to sit them somewhere real quick so I can handle my business real quick. You feel me? Feel me real quick. Yeah. Feel me? All right. I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips and get them in order. I'm gonna be using, if you saw my haul, and I believe I had the purple lip gloss on when I did my lip gloss, my purple matte lipstick when I did my lip gloss haul, and then when I did my lip pencil haul, I had on a natural looking look with a wig. So I have my Dossiman, and this is in Bear, the new color I'm using. And for the perimeter, I'm using Cocoa. So y'all are about to see how I do my lips. And this is my first time using it. It goes on pretty smooth. So as you can see, I'm lining the perimeter, and then I do little lines, and I tend to slightly, ever so slightly, overline my lip. Because I don't have big lips, but they're full enough to where it look like sun, you know. So you can see that just slightly. Oh, you probably couldn't even see me lining the shit. I just slightly overline, and then you see me do my lines on my lips. It makes them look fuller. Now I'm going in with the bear, and I'm just going in between those lines. Now, mind you, I did have lip chap on. It's dried up a little bit since I started, but it was there enough to be a little buttery, so I can do what I got to do, and it would make it easier for me. So it's imperative that you have at least a little lip chap on. It went on really easily this way. So, and I'm just rubbing my lips together to kind of blend those colors out. This is what it's giving so far. And then I'm going to go in with my Zen Beauty Lip Gloss. These don't have colors on them. They don't. They don't come with colors. It's a bulk set. And if you want to see that, go to the one where I was wearing the purple lipstick and you'll see. This has got one hell of a color on it. It has a lot of color payoff. I'll say that. Oh, I keep accidentally putting too much. So kind of be careful how much you push out because yeah, a little goes a long way. And now I'm gonna go in with my NK lip gloss, and this is in the color Dawn, and this is like a shimmer. Hold on, this is a shimmer piece because I want my lips to look super glossy and shimmery. And that's that. I think this is good enough. I be blowing the hell out of my lashes. Let me see which part will go on the inner eye. I think this one goes. This part goes on this one. Yeah. As you can see, I kind of go above my lash line a little bit. And this is perfect. This is sticking perfectly the first time. Yes. Look at this look coming together. I think this one might need to sit a little bit because the end of this one, I need to add a little more on this and let it just sit a little bit because I feel like it don't have enough. Like the glue on it dried a little bit and it was like you couldn't really see it. So I'm gonna let that dry and I'll be okay, honey. I'm back. I said, let me just go ahead and put this daggum lash on my eye so I can come back cute. And what did I do? Come back cute. Yes, honey, you see it. You see it. Representing for my girls with the fat bag. Okay. Period. You see this? You see that glow? You see that glow from that highlight? You see that glitter? Yeah. Yeah. Let me put my glasses on so I can see what you see real quick. Ooh. Are you in love with me yet? You should be. You should be. You should already be falling. You should already be falling in love. You should already be falling in love with me. See, I'm more comfortable singing in my soprano range. But anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. This is the final look. This is what it's giving. Yes, I came with it today, honey. I came the fuck with it. I beat this face to the max. You ain't never seen a bitch like me. Let me stop. And this ain't even a cut crease. I just did something. I just put some product on. The girl that's doing a cut crease without doing a cut crease. And glitter looks without the cut crease. Because who has time for that now? Or maybe I've just been doing makeup so long, I'm just to the point where I can just do that and not care. Let me know if you love to look in the comments. If you didn't, then just click off the video.